incredible warmth and connections that are established are really what makes HALB so incredible.
We view education as a partnership between parents and the home. We are all on the same page. We are all joined together and focused at raising the next generation of B'nai Torah.
When you see the children coming in the morning, how excited they are, how happy they are to see their friends. But even better than that is when they see their Rebbe and they run over. When the girls see their Mora and they're running over with excitement to share with them what's going on in their private lives, what's happening. That's what makes it incredible. It makes their whole learning experience change the entire day when you know someone cares about you so much.
What a privilege it is to come to school each morning, welcome our students to their new day at SKA, and watch them engage in the SKA experience. The SKA experience consists of 4 wonderful years of building warmth, friendship, personal growth, achdut, religious inspiration, and academic success.
DRS is a place that every single young man who walks through our doors gets the personal warmth, care, and attention that he needs to succeed and to thrive. We will provide an outstanding education for every single boy who comes through our doors.
We love to empower our girls, to give them the opportunities for choice, to find their passion, to live their dreams, to find a sense of ruach and achdut. We love watching them have meaningful relationships with their teachers who are so passionate about their students and about learning and about having meaningful relationships with the girls, to watch them be inspired, to better understand who they are and what their strengths are as they become important leaders in the Jewish community.
We view the educational experience as a family experience, and we so appreciate the involvement and the care and support that parents give to every dimension of our program.
You think about raising a child, and you'll get all the hours that the child spends in school, and you'll get the time at home. It's so essential, those close relationships. At HALB, the parents, the fathers, the mothers, even the grandparents feel connected to the Rebbeim, to the Morot, to the teachers. And all of that together makes the package that makes it such a wonderful, warm, loving place to raise children.
Judaism should come alive to the students. They should be excited about their Yiddishkeit. They should enjoy their learning, both their Jewish studies and their general studies. They should realize that it's in their best interest to grow and to develop and to become the people they can be. We have made tremendous advances in technology, installing a brand new virtual library, smart boards in the classrooms, Google Docs, having the kids work together on projects and programs, the Makerspace Club, where kids are writing their own programs and developing their own apps, STEM class, engineering, so many opportunities for kids to find their passion and to find their excitement to succeed at what they can do best.
Shavua Tov, and thank you to all our family and friends who have joined us tonight for HALB's 61st annual dinner. We are honored to be sitting here before you tonight, accepting the Rabbi Dr. Armin H. Friedman Parents of the Year Award.
We have been proud HALB parents for the past 15 years, all the way back to Lev Chana, where our children received their foundation in a warm and loving environment.
We have such wonderful memories of class trips to Green Meadows Farm, Grandparents' Day, Yom HaAtzmaut celebrations, and of course graduations in the SKA library. We moved on to Big HALB in Long Beach, where our children began their journey to academic excellence and true Torah values. The warmth of the Morot and Rebbeim have made school really feel like family. Our next step was SKA, where Abby and her friends thrived from day one. It is a wonderful environment that empowers every girl to reach her potential. Abby was fully equipped with the skills she needed to spend this year learning in Israel in Tiferet.
When Sammy graduated 8th grade, we knew the next step was DRS. There, the Rebbeim treat their boys as if they are their own. The entire faculty works diligently to get to know each boy and help them find his passion and achieve their goals.
We feel very lucky to be part of the HALB family. And with Tamar and Hannah still in the elementary school, we look forward to many more HALB events. Of course, we would not be where we are today if not for our wonderful parents. They showed us by example how to be active members of the community. We would like to take this opportunity to wish Mazel Tov to Tammy and Ben-Zion Radinsky on the Yeshivat Lev Leadership Award.
It is also our distinct honor to share this evening with Rabbi and Mrs. Elisheva Kamenetsky. They are a shining example of true dedication.
We would also like to recognize the incredible efforts of Richie Hagler. His sensitivity to the HALB family does not go unnoticed. And lastly, we'd like to thank our children, Abby, Sammy, Hannah, and Tamar, for it was you that brought us into the HALB family to begin with.
Mazel Tov, Mommy and Daddy. I am so proud of you. You do so much for our school. You're the best. I love you.
Mazel Tov, Mommy and Daddy. I'm so proud of you. I love you. You're the best.
Mazel Tov, Mommy and Daddy. You guys are the best. I hope to grow up to be just like you.
Hi, Abby. How are you? How's everything in Israel? Oh, we're being honored at the dinner this year. Do you have anything to say to us?
Hi, Mommy and Daddy. You really deserve this honor. You're the best parents ever, and I appreciate everything you do for me. The HALB community is so lucky to have the two of you as such great role models, and I'm so lucky to have the two of you as my parents. Love you and Mazel Tov.
Our connection to HALB began 9 years ago when Harry entered Lev Chana. It was an interesting time in our family as we had not actually even moved to Woodmere yet. So Harry actually had to dorm his first few months entering Lev Chana, which was quite an inspiration having a kindergartner dorm. Lev Chana does a masterful job at creating a warm and inviting environment for all of the children there. It is so nice to see all of the young faces smiling and cheerful throughout the entire day.
The faculty, the Morot, the Rebbeim, the teachers, both in the elementary school and the middle school, have been truly outstanding. There are so many highlights of the last 9 years, besides the great classroom experiences. The Siddur plays, the Chumash programs, the Mishnah Siyum, the Bar Mitzvah breakfasts, and especially the Malava Malkas. Our children have excelled at HALB to the credit of the teachers and the faculty who are always available to make sure that our children succeed.
We are humbled to be included in this evening's celebration with Rabbi and Mrs. Kamenetsky and Menachem and Susie Lewin. Rabbi and Mrs. Kamenetsky have done so much for the school over the last 18 years. It is so fondly that I remember walking past Rabbi Kamenetsky's shiur room at MTA and watching the faces on the students as he very loudly sometimes taught his Gemara. Thank you to our parents and grandparents. Their love, devotion, and patience, coupled with their inspiration, have been remarkable, as each has led their respective communities.
Betsy and I both grew up in small communities like Charleston and Memphis. In those type of communities, people get involved sometimes out of sheer necessity. However, that's not the case in a large community like the one we live in now. My paternal grandparents, Al and Betty Thomas, were instrumental in building the Memphis Jewish community and pillars of the day school in the 1950s. My maternal grandparents, Harry and Lee Hirsch, were very involved in a lot of the institutions in the New York area.
My parents, obviously in Charleston, South Carolina, led for 35 years. My grandfather in Seattle was one of the founding presidents of the Seattle Day School, and my mother's family in Boston with their involvement in Maimonides.
The next stop on our journey is DRS, and we look forward to the partnership with the administration of DRS as our oldest son, Harry, enters 9th grade. We look forward to a partnership for many more years to come.
Mazel Tov, Mommy and Daddy.
People come over to me often and they'll be like, Benjamin, your parents are amazing. And I'll look back at them and I'll think, you have no idea.
I think what makes the Kamenetskys stand out is their single drive to help every single student in the Hebrew Academy of Long Beach. That is their mission in life, I think, is to give of themselves to help every single family and student of the Hebrew Academy of Long Beach.
They make a wonderful couple together, having brought up a wonderful family. She is an outstanding Eishes Chayil, whose personal attention to those who come in contact with her, both students and members of the community and beyond, is exemplary.
Most of you probably don't even know that Mrs. Kamenetsky was once upon a time Miss Elisheva Benefits and was a student of Helen Stark. That's me, Mrs. Byrne. What a special young lady who became such a special mechanechet, and how fortunate all of us at SKA are to work with her.
How could I possibly have known, as a young 10th grader at MTA, as a student in Rabbi Kamenetsky's year, how impactful and life-changing that year would be for me? Not only was I treated to the most charismatic, warm, athletic, musical, and brilliant Rebbe for my sophomore year, but I quickly realized how fortunate I was to have such a special Rebbe for life.
Mrs. Kamenetsky's trajectory during these past 20 years at our school has been enormous, from Limudei Kodesh teacher to 11th grade advisor to 12th grade advisor, Israel guidance coordinator. She can empower an individual student or groups of students.
Rabbi Kamenetsky has been probably, next to my parents and my wife, the greatest influence on my life.
When I think of Ellie Kamenetsky, I think of 24/7. She's constantly on.
She is a powerful, creative, and reflective educator. She is just an extraordinary human being whose understanding of adolescents and young adults is unparalleled.
Rabbi Kamenetsky entered into my shir in 1983. He was an 11th grader at MTA, and as an advanced Talmud, even though the Talmidim, as a rule, were a year ahead of him, he came into my shir. He was an outstanding Talmud from the very beginning.
24 years ago, Rabbi Kamenetsky was my division head in camp, and I was so amazed by his charisma, his passion, his talents. He could do anything. I was just totally blown away by him that I decided I wanted to be his Talmud, and I actually switched schools just so that I could have the privilege of being in Rabbi Kamenetsky's shir. And looking back, it was the best decision I ever made in my entire life.
What people don't see is the amount of work and what they put in out of school.
I don't know anybody who puts as much time into anything as Rabbi Kamenetsky does into the yeshiva.
He adores the kids in the school. I don't think that he has a mean bone in his body.
It's easy to help the next one's child, but it's not always as easy to inspire your own. But what makes them truly the greatest is by their most prized accomplishments, their wonderful children.
The crazy part about it is that it's just so normal.
You know that the yeshiva is called Yeshivas Leiv. We go back Lamed Beis Shana. We go back 32 years ago when he was in Yeshiva.
It is extremely rare to find a couple that so deeply understands their unique mission in this world to inspire teenagers, uplift, actualize their unique potential, and most importantly, share the joy and excitement of living a true Torah lifestyle.
It took me a while to figure out that other people might be overwhelmed by this. At some point, they just decided to start living for everyone else.
There are few people in the world that we admire more than the Kamenetskys. You know, we know a lot of good people. There aren't that many great people.
Everything they do, everything is centered around that mission. That explains the Kamenetskys' unparalleled work ethic. From Tish to Shalosh Shudis, to Shabbatons, to Shiurim, and late night kumsitzes, it's all about the Talmidim and never, ever about themselves.